The topic of tonight?
Is it a continuation from yesterday, Rav?
Nope.
The ideal punishment? I think I'll just
Yes.
put it on.
The ideal punishment. What is
Thank
the
you.
best punishment to give a child?
The look.
The look.
The look
Looks don't work anymore. Not in this
like your
generation.
father used to give you. The look.
Not anymore.
Take
Not in
away
this
what he likes.
generation.
Today they'll give you the look.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. What is the kavana? What we're trying to accomplish when we're punishing a child? What are we trying to accomplish?
You want to teach him a lesson, I think.
Want to teach him a lesson, good. Meaning, so
Reprimand.
he should think if it's worth it to do the same thing one more time. Yes?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So now, when do you think it will learn? When do you think it will happen? If it will happen, for this, you need patience, like I don't know what. In Hebrew, we say, Savlanut shel barzel. You have to be made out of metal. And very, very good self-control not to go out of your mind. Because the punishment, it can be benefiting or it can be something that very destructive. But there is a punishment that is good for everybody. And you have to understand what I'm saying. It's easy to observe, easy to understand, and even easy to deal with. You ready?
Yes, Rav.
After I took you to a long, long ride, showed you all the sides, you know what we're doing, mistakes. Tonight, I want to ease it up. And you see that it's not that bad. That's what we call the ideal punishment. It's a very good one, not problematic. It's a very wonderful idea. You can punish with a smile, okay? And in a good atmosphere. And the child will not get upset and will not jump up and down. I know that I sound like Alice in Wonderland, but I'm just preparing you to what I'm going to say. And it's good also for the discipline in the house. And it's a big impact to the chinuch of the child, to be responsible for his deeds. And the achievement will be unbelievable. Let's start with examples. Let's say the child wants to go play with his friends. It's a safe place, okay? When you're gonna come back home, mommy, I'll be home. I'll be back home at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, okay? 7 o'clock, not showing up. 7:30, he's showing up. One time, two times, three times. 7 becomes 7:30. 7 becomes 20 to 8. 7 becomes 7 to 20. But it's not 7. And the parents are telling him, why don't you coming back on time? How many times you have to tell you? Pop, 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 pop. You know, the whole spiel. Some parents will get upset and they're going to give him a smack and say, how many times I have to tell you? And some parents will tell him, you late, no goodies for you. So now, this kind of a punishment, is it a penalty? You're not gonna get goodies.
No, it's not related to it. No relation.
But it's a penalty.
It's a penalty, yes, but it's not teaching him but it's not teaching him a lesson, no?
You didn't listen to us, so now you have to pay for it.
So shouldn't the punishment fit the crime? Next time you can't go.
Try to understand what I'm saying. If you're speeding and you got caught, what they gonna do to you?
Give you a ticket or take away your license.
Give you a ticket and you have to pay fine.
Yes.
What the fine have to do with the speeding?
To teach you not to speed again?
So it's a penalty, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So now, how about if the child thinks that the price that you told them to pay is too high for the offense? What are you going to do then? He will get upset. He said, my parents, they overreacting. What did I do already? So I came back late half an hour. What happened? Why the punishment have to be so big? Imagine instead of Mr. de Blasio decided that we have to drive 25 miles per hour, and you drove 35 miles per hour. Now the fine is you're getting 2 points and you pay $150 fine. Is it too much?
Yes.
Way out of proportion. So now, how come a child says, my parents are much nicer to my sisters or to my brothers? Why only me they implement all the... We're looking for troubles. When we want to give him fines, we're penalizing you. So the punishment didn't do anything. If yes, it created resentment. So if he is a good child, he'll keep quiet and he will eat himself up. If he is not that good, he will answer back. He will try to do anything because he doesn't like the fine that we gave him. So let me present a different kind of punishment. The ideal one that is accepted among all the people who are dealing in chinuch. Okay? It's very much acceptable. And I said it already years and years and years ago, if you recall. But let me extend it a little bit. Ima coming to the child, he came 7:30. So she'll sit him down. And here is what you have to say. I see that it's difficult for you to come home on time. Maybe it's difficult for you to read the watch. Maybe you're too busy with the game that you forget that it's 7 o'clock. So now you have to decide. You see what Ima is doing? She's throwing the ball to the child. You have to decide now. Can you obligate yourself to come at 7 o'clock? Or maybe you forget that you're going to forget again. Only when you're telling me that you're sure that you're coming back on time, I will let you go. And if you're going to come late again, you're not going to go out anymore until you're going to think it over very good. And you're going to tell me, yes, I'm able to stick to the time. Did you hear what I said? Did I explain myself very clearly?
So Rav, just to clarify, especially for the notes, that the mother is telling the child, this is the issue I see you're having with keeping up to the time. Now, what do you think you can do to keep to it? And if
Yes.
not, then you, as a consequence, you can't go? Okay.
Until you're going to tell me, yes, I'm able to stand up at the time that I said that I'll come back. But he knows the consequence. If you're not coming back on time, you're not going anymore. Did we explain it?
Yeah, it's clear to me. Thank you.
So she's giving the ground rules.
The child has to decide.
She's telling him how he has to behave.
If you feel that you cannot yet take the responsibility, my advice to you, don't go. Because if you go and you're not going to be able to do it, then I have to take it away from you totally. So maybe you think it over. When you're going to be sure that you're able to stand by the time, good. Are you making the child now responsible?
Yes, Rav. So the child is self-regulating himself without you being the policeman. He is doing that for himself.
I'm giving him the option.
But he's self-regulating himself, meaning he's being self-regulating himself. You're not being the policeman. He's doing that for himself.
That's it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You remember once the shiur that I gave you? That he called his mom stupid? Do you remember this shiur?
Yes, you said, if I'm stupid, then I'm too stupid to go cook dinner for you.
And I cannot help you with your
I
homework.
cannot help you with your homework. Nobody can talk to you.
You told me stupid. It's not me. So you'll carry the consequence. Instead of saying to him, bah, chutzpan, that's what you're saying to me? Wait. No need to. No need. Okay, mommy, stupid. Now you act stupid. Welcome to Broadway. You remember the story about the Avrech that I told you? That he wanted his wife to be like the Rebbitzin?
Yes, and the day the Rebbitzin took off with the coffee in her hand, she also did.
He wanted his wife to be like the Rebbitzin. So the Rav told his wife, what do you care? Be like my wife. Call her every morning, whatever she does, you do. What do you care? Okay, for a few weeks it went okay. One day this Avrech, he came home, hungry, and pitomi, no smell of a food, and his wife laying on the couch, coffee in her hand, a book in another hand, having fun. And he says, what? She said, what? There is no food today? She said, no. Why not? Because I called the Rebbitzin in the morning. She told me she's not cooking today. Because the rabbi went out of town, she has nobody to cook to, so she didn't cook. So you told me to be like her. I did exactly what she's doing. Is she a bad wife?
No, she's living up to her husband's expectations, what he wanted.
You called for it? It was a commercial, right? You asked for it, you got it. Toyota, right? You asked for it, no? Well, have it.
But Rabbi, he didn't mean that. You know that. We know that. He didn't mean that.
What? That's what he meant. No, akule upshurena. And the Rav told her, you call my wife, whatever she do, you do. If you want to compare me to somebody else, so I'll do exactly what they are somebody. It's not this yes and this no. Either I'm there, either I'm not there. When it's comfortable for me, be like her. If it's not comfortable for me, now be like my wife. It doesn't go like that. That's not a deal. So now, the benefit in this kind of chinuch, punishment, very good. We don't have to get angry, and we don't have to that leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And sometimes we punishing even more than we should. We know We went through all this. But if it's coming natural, because what he did, we don't have to get angry and we don't have to scream. On the contrary, then the house is relaxed, the atmosphere is relaxed, and it's done in a very quiet way. And with Tmimut, say, okay, you came late, okay, what can we do, right? We know already what's going to happen. And the child, he will not going to protest because he knows. He said to his mommy, I'm ready, I'll be back on time. And now he's not back on time. So now, the rules that I set, if you're not going to be back on time, it's going to cost you, you're not going to go anymore. Until you're going when you're sure that you're coming back on time. You have to calculate yourself. Meaning when you're there, you have to look at the watch and you have to ask, what time is it? Be responsible. I see that you're not ready yet. Come on, so. No screaming. Everything is working now with the brain, not with the emotions, which is much easier. And the child understands very well. And now he doesn't hold his parents that they punished him too much. They gave him a chance. You have to decide if you're responsible enough to come back on time. We gave you all the options. You didn't stand by your promise. What can we do? He's not going to be upset at you. Not at all. The same way that the child understands that if he'll come to a store without money, he'll be able to buy something?
No.
No. The same way he remembers if he's not up to par, his mother, she's right, because you cannot pay. If you cannot pay, no. The kids understand this language very well.
Bob,
Yeah.
are there kids that always try to manipulate and try to get out of it, even if it's not related to emotions, but logic, like, but mommy, you don't understand. I did try to make excuses. Aren't there kids like that?
When you're sure, when you're ready to tell me that you're going to come back on time, on your decision. Yes, I'm responsible enough to come back on time. Didn't happen. What there is to manipulate now.
So now we have to implement the consequence,
Absolutely, absolutely.
which we're going to be telling the child in advance.
You're giving him a chinuch to be responsible in a nice way.
Okay.
So now he will know because he didn't come back on time. And he said, yes, I'm ready to come back on time. And he did not. So now there is a consequence. So the child will understand, if I'm not going to stick to my words, there is a consequence. What the kids doing today? They doing balagan at school, and then they say, my parents will come to clean it up. No. We have to teach them from young age to take responsibility for their own deeds. The punishment, we're trying to make the child to be responsible. So what a fine will do, a fine will not make him responsible. A fine will make him bitter and upset and angry. Over here, we let them be independent. When you will decide that you're ready to go down and to come back on time. It's on your time, your decision, not our decision. It was your decision. What do you want from us?
So Rabbi, by him making his decision, he can't blame you if it doesn't work out. He has
Yes,
to,
yes,
there's
no
no blame.
blaming, no
Okay.
blaming.
So the only one he could blame is himself or herself. So your hands are clean. Nothing
Yes,
to do with.
yes,
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you.
no manipulation, no klum. With all, in this kind of technique, you can use in any scenario. That the target and the benefit is we are successful, we're going to be successful to bring the child that he will take upon himself responsibility. Not to say he did it, she did it, she started, we started, your fault, but klum. Don't let, tell them, you will decide. Okay, here we go. Another example. You bought your child a bicycle. For his birthday, you bought him bicycle. Okay. And Pitom, you see, he's going into the street, in, out, out. In. His life is in danger. Are you going to take the bicycle away?
With Rav's method, no.
Ma?
With Rav's method, we have to tell him about safety.
No, you didn't understand me well.
No, I didn't.
You take the bicycle. Take the bicycle. And you tell him when you will decide that you want to stop it, right? We're going to give it back to you. And the consequence will be, if we see you one more time doing it, so we're going to take the bicycle away and you're not going to see them anymore. It's your decision to tell us when you're ready to ride this bicycle without going down to the street. Fair enough?
Yes.
So
Yes
you
or no?
warn the child first and then you give the consequence if he doesn't listen?
You decide when you're ready. I cannot decide for you when you're ready. You tell us. Yes, I'm ready to be responsible, not to go down to the street. And he went back to the street. So I said, Adoni, sorry, you're not ready. And you know already the consequence. We told you the consequence. We're taking the bicycle. He will understand it. He will understand. He will understand that every action they cannot stand by his words. There's a consequence. what you will do to a child that took few candies or chocolate or whatever it is without your permission. Okay? The podium is all yours. Tell me what you're gonna do.
You say, if you do that again, I'm going to hide it. And no. Oh no, wait a minute. Never mind.
In order for him to have candy again, he needs to ask for it. If he takes again, he won't be able to have it.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Yep.
But Rav, now he tells you emes. He comes to you and he says, Mommy, I took candy, and he smiles. But at least he came and he told you the truth. So do you let him have the candy because he told you the truth?
No. So now he took it already, right?
Yes. And he says, Mommy, I took the candy.
So now it's your decision, right? After all, he's saying emet.
Right.
So tell him, this time I will let you have it. But next time, if it's going to happen again, I'm going to leave it up to you. Yeah. But I'm telling you in advance, if you're going to take one more time without my permission, it will cost you 1 week, no goodies. It's up to you now. Now you can have it. Now, if he took one more time, and he saw that the first time he came and he admitted, you gave it to him, he said, maybe it will work again. Opa, meaning he is not responsible enough. You tell him, I'm sorry, we had a deal. I told you. Now I have to take actions, and the consequence is you're not going to have goodies for 1 week.
But that's when the tantrum is going to hit, Rav.
Rabbi, how do you apply this with siblings fighting or?
That's next on my list.
Okay, thank you.
So Rabbi, what do you do with the tantrums? You know, they start getting upset, angry, throwing a fit.
Okay.
If you take something away and they threaten you, and you know, what do you do with that?
We told you, let him throw a tantrum. He will understand the tantrum will not help him.
Right.
If he will come late one day and the boss will fire him, what is he going to do? Throw a tantrum?
What age does it apply, this method?
From the age that age 4, 5. There is a child that always bothering his brothers to play or to fall asleep. He is a tchotchke kaze. He likes to do, you know, he likes action. And Ima says, enough, screaming at him. That's not going to help. So here we go. We take the child, we tell him, you know, I see that it's very difficult for you to calm down. And it's very hard for you, we see, to restrain yourself from bothering or to keep quiet. So we're going to put you now in a different room until you're going to come down and you're going to be able to control yourself. And when you're ready to control yourself and to tell us that, yes, I'm going to be responsible, I'm not going to do it again, you can come out, but you have to know if you're going to come out and it's going to start again, then you're going to the room and you're not coming out.
Rabbi, can I ask a question?
So when the child sees that you're sticking to your words, you took him to the room one time, he knows that you mean business now, and he will try you again. Tell him now, you're going to stay in your room until you're going to sleep. You're not coming out. You're not ready yet to keep your words. Okay?
Rabbi, can I ask a question?
Yes?
When I do this, my daughter is 4. Sometimes she starts screaming, everything crying, and she's like, "Oh, Mama, I can't calm down. Can you help me calm down?" Do we have the responsibility to go in there and like help them relax?
4 years old, yes.
When would you stop? Like when do you? I don't know.
She needs help. She's telling you, I need help.
I can't tell if it's a manipulation or.
No, no. Maybe she wants attention and that's how she can get you inside a room. Okay. So instead of you taking her later on to a therapy, so you can invest now and it's okay.
Thank you.
But what I'm trying to bring out that the child understands that the punishment is not a fine or penalty. It's not. It's a consequence to what I did. I didn't keep my word. So we instilling in his mind that what? Every action has a consequence.
But if a child is really wind up and you're putting them in the room and they keep on popping out and making noises and so you have to amplify the consequence, right? Because this doesn't stop. So how do you amplify it?
You close the room.
But we don't have locks on the outside like that though. And then me just standing and holding the door, it's not gonna work because then they end up playing with me, you know? So.
Put locks.
Yeah, on the outside of the door? Oh, it's not dangerous? Because I don't want the kids to keep locking themselves out, you know, like each other out.
There is a latch, you know? You're going to put it all the way up.
Oh. Okay.
So you have the control of it.
Okay. Thank
They're
you.
going to play with you day and night. They're going to come
Right.
in and out and in, and they're going to drive you to the walls.
Yeah.
So you have to tell them in advance. if you're not going to control yourself, I have to put you in your room. And if you think that you're going to come out, you're not going to be able because I'm going to lock it. So only when you're sure that you're able to control yourself, you can come out without even telling me.
Okay. All right. I see. Thank you.
And you can tell him, when I see you outside, I knew that you decided that you're able to control yourself. The child sees that you are fair with him, you talking to him. I'm giving you options. Calm down, relax, think it over. Can I do it? I cannot do it. But you're not punishing, you're implementing the laws, that's all. And he's not going to develop hatred toward the parents. You can understand, I'm telling you, I'm afraid even to say it. I'm afraid to say it. But that's the reality. What can I do? Many kids, when I talk to them, they talk about their parents with such an anger. You see the hatred in their eyes. Who knows what they did to them? It's worth it. You devastate your own child. How can you do it? Give him the option, throw the ball at him and say, we're going to give you the responsibility. When you feel that you're responsible, you can come out, you can play. But you have to understand that if you're not able to stick to it, so there is a consequence. But we let you play. We trusted you. Now you cannot come back to us and say, you're not fair. We ultra fair. Here we go. All the mother, please fasten your seatbelt. Don't fall off your chair. I'm warning you. Are you buckled up?
Yes, extra tight, Rav.
Very good.
Yes.
Your child forgot the lunchbox in the house. He doesn't eat what the school wants to give him. He likes mommy's food. And today he was in a hurry or something like this. He forgot. What are you going to do? Tell me the truth now.
I will bring it to school.
Even though it hurts us a lot, we shouldn't. We should show them that they should be responsible.
I can't.
At least you're honest. Very good. Very good. That's
It also
good.
depends on the grade, no?
Rav, but if you're working, you can't drop your job and take it to them.
You'll be surprised.
Sometimes we forget our lunch too at home.
Yeah.
Okay, once a mother came to the school. She is pale, miskena, and the principal was talking to me by the entrance. I don't know what I was busy talking to her. Pitom, we see a mother storming inside. The principal was Lady Gara. Said, yes, how can we help you? Yes, my child forgot the lunch in the house. I brought it. So she is educated. She said, You can take it home. It's okay. The mother almost fainted. She looking at me as a savior. I said, you have to take it home. I said, what? You want to tell me that my child will starve? I said, okay. Nothing will happen to him. He's okay. If you see that he's just about to faint, we supply him some food. You can take it home. You know, it took us 15 to 20 minutes even to convince her to go home. She said, can I leave it here? Maybe you're going to change your mind. You see what she's saying to us? Can I leave it here? Maybe you're going to change your mind. I said, we're not going to change our mind.
Well, Rav, she came all the way there. I also would feel like, oh my God, I traveled all the way to the school.
That's how you learn also. That's how you learn.
But if a child forgot their project at home, and they typically don't forget, and they call you and you are home, because it happened to me, and I hear your voice in my head, don't go. But I feel so bad.
What happened? The child feels, I don't have to be responsible. Anyway, my mother will bring me the lunch if I will forget. Did you get this point?
Yes,
You're
Rav.
teaching your child to be irresponsible because you have too good of a heart. Your mother, chas v'shalom, the child will not have lunch today. We never seen a person dying from hunger yet, right? No child is dying from hunger, I promise you. It's going to be such a good lesson for him. Ay, 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 ay. And the parents taking it away from him. And you thinking to yourself, I am such a good imam, I left my job, I went home, I bought the lunch. I deserve a medal. A medal you deserve. Maybe a medal of the Russian army we're going to give you. Not a Torah one. Trust me, all the mothers that are worried about the kids, nothing will happen to them. They'll be fine. If you're smart, you call the school and you tell them, my son or my daughter forgot the lunch today. Please don't help him. You hear what I'm saying? Anybody home?
Yes, Rav.
Yes, Rabbi.
You saying to the school,
Please don't
please
help him.
don't help him, no.
Wow, that's a very hard thing to do for a mother.
What do you mean, Rav,
Help
help
him.
him? What do you mean help him, Rav?
Please give him something to eat. I would do. Wow.
What do you mean, Rav, help him? Like to
Said,
call?
don't let my child go to his friend and start to beg, maybe you can give me part of the snack. No. Why? He has to learn to be responsible. But we cannot do it.
No way. How can
We have to admit, my poor child, and then he says to his mother, so what if I say I come at 7 o'clock? Who cares? Here we go. It's good also for discipline. It's good also for discipline, not only to teach them responsibility, discipline also. Here we go. One more. How about the toys? Toys. He doesn't want to collect all the toys and put them in place. I want the mother to tell me the truth. Don't you do it? Yeah.
Yes,
How
Rabbi,
many
all the
times?
time.
How
Yeah.
many times you clean instead of your kids?
All the time.
You're creating a monster. He will never keep his word. Ima should come into the room. She says, I'm not going to bend down to clean all this. She coming with a broom. She said, I'm going to sweep everything now. And I'm going to lock the closet. And when you will decide that you're responsible enough to play and to put everything back in place, I will let you play again. Right now, everything is going to the closet and the closet is locked.
Rabbi, closet is in a good case. My husband throw this in the garbage.
Soon enough. Wait, I'm not done yet. Now, if it's papers and it didn't fix what you told them to do, and you told them in advance, I want you to fix the papers. Because if you feel that you can fix it, you can play. If not, it's gonna go straight to the garbage. What do you think? The child will not gonna test you?
They do.
Good. They left everything like that. Emma says, okay, I see that you're not responsible enough. You don't know how to keep your words, but I'm keeping my words. I said I'm going to throw it to the garbage. Okay. The garbage will enjoy the papers now. Mommy, it's my project. Now, if the child will jump on the garbage can and will take it out, don't stop him. Let him do it. Because to start to look in the garbage can, it's not fun, yes? And the child now have to deal with all the leftover of the food and everything else, and he gets dirty, he's upset.
Rabbi, what if they start picking things up as you're sweeping?
What?
I usually, what if they start picking things up as I'm sweeping it up? Like, I tell them to pick up the things from the floor and they don't do it. Then I start sweeping everything up, and that's when they started picking things up. And I'm like, no, now you cannot pick it up anymore.
Too late.
Oh, so it's good. So I don't allow them, it's good.
Too late.
Okay.
Okay. Now the child understands he didn't benefit anything from all this ordeal. He was the total loser. You think he will try it again?
No.
No.
So far, it hasn't worked, Rabbi. Every time I tell them to pick things up from the floor, they don't do it. When I start sweeping, then they start coming. I don't know. It doesn't work.
Meaning they don't want to take responsibility. If I were you, don't give it to them. Why
I
giving
know.
it back to them?
I don't give it to them. I sweep it up.
No, but where do they have more toys?
Well, there's a whole room full of toys. Also, take all the toys away.
You're not responsible to play toys. When you tell me that you responsible enough, you are able to clean, I'm gonna let you play. But if you're not gonna be able, the room is gonna be locked for 2 weeks. You're not gonna see no toy.
But what if it comes to clothing? Like they'll take clothes out that they don't even wear. Like they'll look at it and they'll decide they don't want to wear it or whatever. So now there's clothing all over the room. And when I tell them to clean it up, either they just stack everything into the laundry. And I'm like, I'm not washing clean clothes. So I told them, I said, I'm gonna take everything out. I'm gonna put everything into your drawers, whether it's clean or not. But I haven't done that yet.
Oh,
should I do that?
Of course. If you're saying something, you have to do it. Then they're not gonna take you seriously.
So Rob, if they don't put their clothes in the hamper and it's on the floor, they don't have any clean clothes. I should just let him walk around like that or her walk around like that.
Absolutely.
It's so hard.
Well, what about school clothes?
Because it's hard to let him walk around like that. Then you feel like, what kind of mother are you? He's walking around like a slump. Or her.
It's worth it, actually. My daughter always throwing clean clothes to the laundry. And I say, I'm not going to wash it. I put it back in her room. So I put all dirty clothes together and I say, now you can fix it. So now she knows she doesn't throw the clean and dirty together. So she fix it. It's actually worth it. When you do that, they can do it. Because you have to stay on your work, like Rabbi say.
Listen to me. Don't you want to prepare your kids for life?
Yes.
Right.
So who cares what this one will say? Who cares what this one will say? I want to teach my child to be a mensch, to be a person. When your word is a word. How do you feel when somebody gives you a promise, says, yes, I'm ready, and then he says, I cannot keep it?
Devastated. You don't trust them anymore.
How many people like that you know?
Plenty.
Unfortunately, more than enough.
Why? Because their parents did not implement, they didn't give them the opportunity and the proper chinuch to be responsible for what they're saying. So they smack them, right? They call them names. And who knows what they did? Did it help them? No. Over here, you're teaching a child in a very nice way, intelligent way. No screaming, no shouting. Klum. We're going to work according to you. You tell us when you're ready to clean the toys. You tell us. When you come saying, I'm ready to clean the toys, here are the toys. And you're not cleaning the toys. Adoni, excuse me, you're not ready. Now you have 2 weeks to sit down, to do tshuva. You're not going to play toys for 2 weeks. And everything said in advance. No, after he did it, I don't want to clean. 2 weeks, you don't go. That's already coming from anger. Everything done in advance.
Rav, but then you're suffering. If they don't have toys to play with, they're touching your stuff.
Your stuff nobody touch. let them go, let them sit, eat themselves up.
Rabbi, what about if they're all sharing the room and only one cleans and then they complain like, well, nobody else is doing it. Why am I the only one? So what about in a situation like that?
Collective punishment.
Even though for the one that's cleaning?
Instead of you fighting with them, let them fight among themselves. What do you do?
Then you have all of them coming and crying.
Then they're gonna call him. They're gonna call him names. You, Mr. Goody Goody, and this and like that. I don't care. He did it, he did this. When you're ready, I let you play.
And if they start fighting each other because of that?
Good. You go take a book, tell them don't make a noise. You can fight. It's okay. It's fine.
Rav, there's always noise when they fight.
Okay.
I don't know how they did it. I don't know how to
I
cheat.
promise you, if you're going to say, okay, I see that you like to fight, I'm closing the door and you can fight as much as you want. It will stop in no time.
And if they hurt each other and then there's...
Imagine a boxing match, no audience.
It won't last that long.
The youngest one always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They know how to pinch and they know how to instigate.
And scratch.
And scratch. And bite also. Now, a child that lives on the table, all the colors,
Crayons, markers, pencils.
all the markers and the papers, mommy will fix it up already. They know already. Ima like everything to be clean. So anyway, she is a clean freak. So she will clean anyway. Why should I bother? They make a balagan and they're going to sleep. And then you see a wife kacha. Why are you tired? What, I have to clean. Clean? You leave it like that. Now, again, don't forget, everything has to be done in advance. You see that they're taking out markers and papers. What are you planning to do? We have to paint, we have, okay. You feel that you ready to clean after you yourself? What are they gonna say?
Of course.
Of course, yes. And here you come and says, okay, you sure? Yes, we sure. So let me tell you something. I see that you're responsible enough to stand by your words. If I'll come later on and I'll see that you went to sleep and everything is still on the table, So it's gonna go straight to the garbage. Yeah, I'm not gonna fix it up for you. It will go to the garbage. And you're gonna do it. What do you think will happen next time?
They'll make sure to clean up after themselves.
We told you it's gonna go to the garbage. And you told us that you're responsible enough to fix it after you finish. Did you stick to your words? No, but we're sticking to our words. We told you it's going to the garbage. We know how to keep our words. It went to the garbage. What a message. What a chinuch.
Rabbi, I'm sorry. I have these issues all the time. My kids do a lot of their homework and projects and whatever it is on the living room or the dining room table. So it usually stays like this. But then Friday, I need the table. It's Shabbos, we have to clean, we have to set the table. So just throw everything out.
What do you mean?
Meaning this is where they do their homework. They don't have a desk in their room to do their homework. So they do their homework on the desk, on the table. So they'll bring things from school. Like even right now, like I have all their Hanukkah stuff on the table. So it's gonna stay like this for the whole week until Friday comes. And then Friday.
Did you say something in advance?
Meaning what? That they have to clean the table? Well, they know they have to clean the table. It's not something I didn't say it
The child
before.
don't know anything. A child don't know. He knows Ima will clean. That's what he knows.
Mm-hmm. So, but what about Fridays when we tell them, okay, go clean the table, for example? The table needs to be cleaned. We need to set the table. So that's not enough time. How much time they need in advance?
Before Friday afternoon, he said, the deal is as follows. The deal is as follows. I'm fixing the table, I'll serve food, and you guys, you're gonna clean up after. If I see, can you do it? Yes or no? If not, you serve yourself and you clean after yourself. I'll eat only with Abba. To Abba, I'm obligated. To you, is everything is chesed. Okay? Yeah. Absolutely. So now, they don't want to clean. Okay. They don't want to clean. Everybody went to sleep. Mommy, I'm tired. Mommy, I'm this. I have this. Leave it the way it is. Don't touch it. Tomorrow, lunchtime, I know that you're going to fall off your chair now. Okay? You're sitting at a table only for two. Table for two, not only, right? Not only at nighttime, it can be in the morning also. Table for two. You and your husband. For them, you don't fix anything.
So this is in terms of like Friday night and Saturday afternoon, correct?
Saturday morning, yes.
Right.
I'm not going to do it for you.
The husbands won't like that.
I have no problem with that. I honestly don't have a problem with that.
Very good. Very good.
Rav, what if they're dirty
But
dishes?
you said it in advance. If you're not going to clean, that's going to be the consequence. So you tell me now, are you going to clean? Yes or no?
Well, Friday night cleaning is not so bad because they get points. So like every plate, for example, is 10 points. You know, utensils are 2 points and the cups are 5 points. So they count how much they clean.
Okay,
That's
fine.
not the problem. The problem is cleaning the table before Shabbos. You know, getting their papers off, getting their, you know, all these we call these Hanukkah
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
That's the problem. The problem is getting the table clean before Shabbos with whatever
So
it
if the
is.
table is not clean, you're not fixing the table. You fix only in the kitchen or somewhere for two people. Buy flowers, put it on the there. Tonight we're having a dinner, only me and Abba. You, I don't know. I don't know. The table is not clean. What do you think will happen?
Rav, how you
They'll go
supposed
clean it.
What do you think will happen?
They're
I
gonna,
can't even eat my food, Rabbi, if I do that.
they're gonna
Listen.
cry, say that they're hungry, and they're gonna, well, my oldest one, she's just gonna go make herself food. The little ones are gonna be the ones that are starving.
How can I eat if my child doesn't eat?
Get used to it.
But Rav, the table is a mess. How are you supposed to serve on the table? I'm a little lost. You're cleaning the table as a result because they're not cleaning the table.
That's the problem. We always think we always just do it for them because it's faster, it's easier, you know, just like clean it up. Just
But the table is a mess. So how are you going to set it up just for you and your husband, Rav, if the table is a mess unless they clean it up?
Remind me tomorrow. I have few ideas for you. Ay, 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 ay.
He said set it up in the kitchen instead, or somewhere else, and not on the same table.
You can set it even in your bedroom.
Oh, no one's allowed in there. Great.
But Rabbi, isn't the whole point is it's Shabbat? You're supposed to have a family meal together.
Is there a family?
Not if they're not participating.
What do you mean? Is there a family?
You have to work as a family. He means together.
I know, but you're not together. They're not following your rules, so you're not a family yet.
But is it? But it's Shabbat. Isn't Shabbat like more important?
No, no, no. So then the kids, by the name of Shabbat, they're going to take you to a long ride. Don't fall for this. You're supposed to enjoy Shabbat, not to fight with your kids.
I do. I have to constantly yell at them to bring in Shabbat, like to clean.
No.
To do their chores, you know, to make clean their room and help me clean for Shabbat.
When you're going to hear what I'm saying, all this will vanish, disappear, will not happen anymore. To be continued tomorrow. I see we have a lot to talk about.
Looking forward, Rav.
A lot. I see you tomorrow night.
Thank you,
A lot
Rav.
to learn, Rabbi. A lot to learn.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Not everyone can do what you're saying, Rabbi.
What?
Not everyone can do.
Oh, yes, you can do it. I'll teach you how. Okay.
Does the Rabbi have these kind of issues too?
Have a good night. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.